Hi guys, and welcome to another Modern Mini video. In this video today I am going to install a box standard dash camera into the car. I've ran dash cams in all my cars for at least 4 or 5 years now. The cameras I like to install are small discrete cameras, as you can see. I don't see the point in fitting cameras that are big or have playback features that light up the inside of your car at night. The amount of cars that I've seen on the road now, because dash cameras are becoming popular, these guys have got them fitted slap bang in the middle of their windscreen. That's obviously obstructing their view, and it lights up the whole of the inside of the car at night. It's a big giveaway, you know. I prefer to have my dash cameras located behind the rear view mirror, that way they can't be seen or they're hard to spot, and they're discreet. It's basically, once you've fitted them, it's a plug and play, fit and forget, you know. And in the event of an accident, hopefully if your camera is working and you keep an eye on it and check it regular, you'll have all the evidence that you need if there's an accident. Anyway, let's crack on and move out to the car. This is the current setup that I have on the car at the moment. As you can see, the camera is discreetly hidden behind the rear view mirror, so when you're driving the car you can't actually see it, because all you see is the mirror, obviously. And also on the back of the car there is another camera, and here's where the rear camera is. So what I'm going to do in this video is remove these old cameras and fit the new ones. Also, when I wired this one, I just wired it in a hurry, so instead of having the wire hanging here, I'm actually going to have the wire coming through this duct in here, like what I've got on that one over there. To get rid of the excess glue, I'll just use a Stanley blade and scrape that off, and then clean the window before I stick the new camera on. To remove this pillar casing, you'll need to, if it's a Mini anyway, every car's different obviously, remove the airbag logo cover, and inside it there's a Torx screw. I did bring my stuff in here, there we are. So if you undo this, don't try and rip it off, but like I say, other cars are different. The R50, it just snaps in place. Don't lose your screw. Peel back your rubber, and that should effectively pop out. Like so. Now the reason why I'm removing this trim is because I'll be routing the wire down this pillar, because the fuse board is directly under the dash here, so I always try and use the shortest route. As you can see here, I've removed the trim from the back door. That's just poppers, they pop off. I've loosened up the surround, I've removed the camera, and I've disconnected all the cameras in the garage. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take this back light out just to give me more access, because I'm going to be using this ducting here to feed the wires to the camera down, so that there's no camera wire exposed. So we'll just get that light out. Right, I've got my my bit of wire fished through the ducting here, and it's coming out at the bottom. So what I'll do now is on the top of it, I'll tape the wire for the camera and then pull it through. That way, once it's all together, the wire will be inside the duct here, so it'll keep it protected, it won't catch on anything, and it looks neat and tidy. Right, that's it pulled through. A little tip I should have actually said at the start is put a little bit silicone lube, if you've got it, or Vaseline, round your tape. Once you do that, I kid you not, it'll pull through nice and easy, and it won't get snagged or tighten up, because it'll just slide out. Right, that's that camera, the rear camera installed anyway. It's screwed to the facing or the surround here. The wires run down the back of this, along this channel here, through the ducting, out at the back, and then up and then round the headliner. I've taken the trims off there, as you can see, just to allow me access to behind the headlining, and there's the wire just poking out at the front there. So we'll now put this back end together and move on to the front. On to wiring the actual power into the camera. The black wire is self-explanatory, that's a ground. So I've already ground that to the car using an existing grounding point. For other devices I've got wired in the car. Now, to test for ignition live and permanent live, on this wire, on this camera here, the yellow wire is for permanent live, and the red wire is for ignition, so that the yellow wire gets a constant feed to the camera. That's to maintain the time and date and all that, and motion sensor if you activate that, and the red wire is to actually power the camera off the ignition. Now, I've got my test lamp earthed to the car, so I'm going to test the wires here for my ignition live. If I put the ignition on, that test lamp should light up. Like so. Ignition off, and ignition on. So with the ignition off, I know that's ignition live, and this white wire should be a permanent live, as you can see there. That's with the ignition off. So that white wire is going to get wired into the yellow wire, and this red wire is going to get wired into the red wire there. Simple as that. Well, that's all the wiring done. It's all powered, so now it's just a matter of moving on to the installation of the front camera itself, and then that will connect obviously to the rear camera, and then we can test it. All the wires have been installed and we know that they're getting power. We can attach the camera to the windscreen. I've already preheated the windscreen using the car's demisters, so that should help the adhesive bond. So you basically just want to get this behind the mirror, and straight if possible. Oh, looks okay there. So a little press. Just press that in for a minute or two. Right, that's that in. Once that's stuck on, the camera will actually come off its mount. Like so. So you can remove it if need be. So now it's just a matter of hooking up these wires and tucking them under the headliner. For neatness, I'm going to put some cable ties onto the existing wiring that's there, and basically it will keep the wiring neat and tidy and stop it from getting caught up in anything, especially when you're trying to put this trim back on. Plus it makes it look a bit neater. There we are, I think that looks neat and tidy. Get the trim back on. Typical, I've lost the torques. And that's it. Right, I do apologise for the reflections here. Now that the camera is all plugged in, installed, we can test it. If you click on your Wi-Fi settings, in your settings here, car DVR, well for this camera anyway, will pop up. Click on that, enter the Wi-Fi password, which is usually a bunch of zeros, or 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 0, and confirm. That will be in your instructions. Once you've connected, you want to download the app. You probably want to download the app first, actually. Timacam, this app's called. It's just give me a message because I don't have a memory card in it yet. Timacam, you'll get that from the Google Play Store. Once you download the app, you can see your pictures. There, that's the rear and that's the front. The picture quality is good for what you're paying, you know. I think it's a great little camera. You can go into the settings as well and set the car to your phone's time. That way it will sync. That way you're not entering times and dates and all that rubbish. You can change your cam password here if you wish, which I'll do later on. Also, the recording duration, I've always got mine set to 1 minute, so it will record for 1 minute and then it will start another record and so on and so forth. The 1 minute clips, I do that because it's easier to download if you want to download it through Wi-Fi onto your phone. The settings are self-explanatory, there's no point going into it, because every camera is different. You may have a different camera. So yeah. So guys, that's how to install a dash cam. All cameras are the same really, for installation. Just make sure that they're neat, that your wiring's neat and tidy, and it's not going to foul on anything, and your camera is discreet. I mean, I can't understand these people that have got cameras and they've got them mounted slap bang in the middle of their windscreen, and they can see what's going on. The reflection at night coming back into the car will be bad as it is, and to me that's just stupid, you know. You want your cameras to be discreet so that in the event of an accident the evidence is there, you know. There's no point advertising the fact you've got a camera. But before I go, I'll take the camera outside and I'll let you see what it looks like looking into the car. Right, here we are outside, and that's a camera installed there, as you can see. If you come out a little bit, you're never going to spot that driving down the road. And as for the rear, that's the rear, and you can't even see it. Even although there's a tint on these windows, the quality of the playback on the video is excellent. Well, that wraps that up. If you've made it this far, thanks for watching, and if you enjoy the videos, please give a like and subscribe, and feel free to comment down in the description. And also, if you enjoy classic minis, I do have a classic mini playlist, so if you click on the channel, you'll see that. If you've made it this far, thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon. Bye for now.